few firms in the industry producing either identical or differentiated products. Examples of this market include the market of cigarettes, automobile, cement, and petroleum.
There's a few characteristics of oligopoly markets. Number 1, few in number but large in size. In oligopoly markets, the number of firms is small but the size of the firm is large. The market share of each firm is large enough to dominate the market. A few firms can control the overall industry in an oligopoly. Second, homogeneous or differentiated product. A product sold under oligopoly can be either a homogeneous or differentiated product. For example, cement or electrical appliances produced by one firm are identical to another firm's. Similarly, oil soil by Malaysia is identical to the oil soil by Middle East countries such as Iran, Saudi Arabia, and Kuwait. On the other hand, automobiles produced by major automakers are different in terms of design, technology, performance, and the prices. Last but not least of the characteristic is martial independence. First, firm is in oligopolys. Markets always considers the reactions of their rival when choosing price, sales target, advertising budgets, and other business policies. This is one of the most important characteristics of an oligopoly firms, which differs from the other market structures. Since the number of firms is small, change in price or output by one firm can have direct effects on another firms. For example, hotel chains is designs and increases their prices because their rivals Toyota and Nissan will also respond by changing their design and their price.
Oligopoly model. To understand further of oligopolistic pricing and output behavior, we will study 3 pricing models. 1. Kinked demand. 2. Collusive pricing. 3. Price leadership.
For the next one, the kinked demand curve. This kind of curve is when a demand curve has two different sections of sloping. This can cause price liquidity and stable. The actual demand curve for oligopolies is a combination of the elastic and inelastic portion of the demand curve. The location and shape of a oligopoly's demand curve depend on how the firm's rival will react to price change introduced by the firm. Swissy model will explain why the oligopoly demand curve is kinked. The model assumes two possible reactions of rival when a firm changes its price. First, when an oligopoly increases its price, other firms will not follow. The demand under this condition is considered elastic. The consumer will buy from rival oligopolies. As a result, the oligopolies with a price increase will lose customers to rivals. Second, when the firm lowers its price, others will follow. This happens because of rivals do not want to lose their market shares. The demand curve facing the firms is very inelastic. When everybody lowers their price, their output will increase. The increase in sales is consumer from other industry which their products may be indirectly substitutable. The combination of two conditions above will give us a kinked demand curve facing by the oligopolies. If it raises its price, the customer will desert it. If it cuts its price, the rival will match it. With higher price, the firm's TR may slightly up, but the profit may fall due to higher cost because of less quantity sold. Under kinked demand model, the MR curve has a gap in the middle. This gap is called price rigidity. The gap is derived from the combination of two MR curves. One is from industry and the other is from the firm. As long as MC curve pass through this gap, the firm will not change its equilibrium output and price.
Collusive pricing or the counter. The
cartel is a group of firms whose objective is to limit the scope of competitiveness in the market.
Okay, cartel can be the most successful in the oligopoly market if most of the following conditions are fulfilled. First, small numbers of sellers. Second, similar cost condition for all sellers. Third, inelastic demand. Fourth, stability in the industry. Fifth, product differentiation is minimal. Last but not least, high barriers to entry. When firms in the industry reach an agreement to fix price and output, divide up the market, or restrict competition among them, this will avoid price war, reduce uncertainty, increase profit, and prohibit new entry. Each firm acts as a monopoly. The effect to the consumers is like under monopoly market. Disadvantage of the situation is difficult to establish and maintain due large number of firms. Cheating realization, increased cost, new entry when oligopolized face different cost and demand curve, and legal obstacles.
Price leadership. This is an implicit understanding by which oligopolies can coordinate price without collusions. The dominant firms, usually the largest or most efficient in industry, initiate price change, and all others will follow. As example, newsprint and cigarettes. They change their price infrequently to avoid the risk of rival not following the move. Price change only when increasing taxes, industry-wide wage increases. Breakdown in price leadership sometimes may happen when they have a price war, which will reduce their profit, and they will again follow the leader to improve their profit. Price leadership has two models: dominant price leadership and barometric price leadership.
Non-price competition under oligopoly. Oligopolized would not compete by price. Their market share typically dominate through product development and advertising. Product development and advertising are less easily duplicate the price cut. They can produce more permanent gains in the market share. Oligopolies have sufficient financial resource firm provides economic profit to engage in product development, packaging, quality, branding, after-sales service, and advertising. Advertising is a cheap way of providing information to consumers, thus lowering their sales costs. It can result in greater economic efficiency by facilitating, and sometimes it justifies consumers to pay high price product with inferior quality.
That's all from us. Thank you.
Bye.